Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Writing Lab with Delores, the pastor's daughter. Get on up, come on in, get your writing supplies together as we enjoy this brief meditation.
Let's embark on a grounding meditation, inviting relaxation to flow through each part of your body. Find a comfortable position and let's begin. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Allow any tension in your body to soften. Direct your attention to your head. Imagine a warm, soothing light gently enveloping your scalp. Feel your forehead and temples releasing any tightness. Let the warmth flow down to your face and jaw. Release any clenching or tension, allowing your facial muscles to relax completely. Sense the warmth descending to your neck and shoulders. Feel the muscles melting as if tension is dissolving away. Allow this soothing sensation to travel down your arms to your fingertips. Picture your arms becoming heavy, sinking into the support beneath you. Feel the warmth spreading across your chest and torso. Sense each breath as an opportunity to let go, allowing your body to melt further. Imagine the warmth flowing down your spine, easing any knots or tightness. Picture your back gently molding into the surface beneath you. Let the warmth travel down your hips and pelvis. Allow any holding or tension in this area to dissolve, letting you sink deeper. Sense the warmth enveloping your thighs, knees, and calves. Feel each leg becoming plenty heavy, grounding you into the floor. Let the warmth reach your feet. Picture your feet melting into the floor, connecting you to the support beneath you. Take a moment to bask in this sensation of complete relaxation. Feel as if your entire body has melted into the floor, creating a profound sense of ease. Take a few deep breaths, absorbing this peaceful state. When you're ready, gently bring awareness back to the present, feeling rejuvenated and deeply connected to the ground. This meditation allows you to surrender and melt into a state of profound relaxation, creating a harmonious connection between your body and the supporting surface. Proper breathing is the key to calmness and well-being. When you breathe consciously and with intention, it can positively impact your mental and physical state. Deep, slow breaths signal the body's relaxation response, reducing stress and promoting a sense of calm. Here's a simple technique. Inhale deeply through your nose, expanding your diaphragm. Hold for a moment and exhale slowly through your nose. Focus on making your breath deeper, longer, quieter, and slower. And this practice engages the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting relaxation and ease. Remember, the exhale is crucial. A longer exhale than inhale further activates the relaxation response. Incorporating mindful breathing into your routine can enhance your ability to respond calmly to challenges, fostering a more balanced and tranquil state of mind. Happy meditating. Thank you for tuning into Discernment Meditations with Delores, the pastor's daughter. I love you, and remember, you are important to me. I need you to survive. Please like, share, and subscribe. And have a discerning day. Bye-bye for now.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How are you doing this morning? Hope you have your writing supplies together. We're going to get started in just a minute. I'm going to read something to you, y'all. Yes, I still have the rollers in my hair and everything, everybody. And you might be looking the same way, and that's okay. All right, because our whole objective right now, I have my water getting hot right now to make me some coffee. But you may be looking the same way, y'all, and that's okay because what we're trying to do is reach our writing goals, and that doesn't mean we need to be, all made up and just looking our best. It just means that we need to get up and do our best. So today is March the 16th, 2026, and our word for the day, our quote for the day: you've made it this far. You made it this far. Speaking of, we are in week 5 of our 6-week writing sprint. Y'all, this is the 6-week writing lab, and we are beginning week 5. Y'all, we've made it this far. Okay, that's all I have to say about it. So, okay, let me go ahead and get started on chapter 5. And y'all, if you want to go right along with the writing lab, you can grab your very own copy of the manual. This is the Tell the Truth Daughter manual, and you can find it in my bookstore. I just put the link in the chat for you, and it's in the description of this video. So to get started today, we're going to talk about writing your first draft without fear. Okay, writing your first draft without fear. Because when you're talking about writing about the things that we talk about, telling the truth about our experiences, um, it may come with a lot of fear. You may be afraid to tell the story, to deal with the consequences of telling your story, the people who are involved. There may be a lot of fear around that. Um, and so here are some things to think about. Your first draft is where you let your truth breathe, okay? It's where you write without judgment, without editing, and without shrinking. A first draft should be honest, messy, and unfiltered, okay? I'm going to read that again. A first draft should be honest, messy, and unfiltered. Too many daughters block themselves before they begin. They start worrying about who will read it, who will be upset, who will judge them, who will deny it, who will accuse them of lying, and who they might lose. Let me free you right now, okay? Your first draft is not for them, okay? Right now, this is all we're doing is working on our first draft, and it's not for them. Your first draft is for you, okay? This version isn't the published version. This is not what you're going to end up with, okay? This is just what you start with. It isn't shared, it isn't perfect, it isn't final, okay? It isn't even fully coherent, okay? Let me repeat that again. It isn't even fully coherent. Its only job is to get the truth out of your body and onto the page. Write like no one will ever read it. Okay, that's the key. Let me say it again. Write like no one will ever read it. Edit later, shape it later, clarify it later. Right now, your only goal is to get the story down. Okay? Did y'all hear how I even put vocal emphasis on that? Okay, y'all? Like, this is serious. Your objective right now is just to get the story down, get it out of your body. Okay? Don't worry about how pretty it is, how cleaned up it is, how coherent it is. Like, don't worry about any of those things right now. Only thing you should be worried about is getting it out of your body and onto the page. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get this timer started. I hope you all have your writing supplies together. Let me know where. We're not ready yet. Hold on. Trying to take me too fast. All right, let me know where you're writing from. If you haven't been here before, I mean, I know we're in week 5, but it's possible that this is your first time here. What we do here is 2 50-minute writing sprints, and then in between, we do a 10-minute movement break, okay? Usually, I'll stand here on my vibration plate and talk to y'all while I, do my vibration therapy or whatever you want to call it. So whatever you choose to do is whatever you want to do. You can dance, you can still stay seated and do some type of chair exercise or whatever you want to do. But the point is to move that trauma or whatever we happen to be writing about out of our body for that 10 minutes, okay? And then we jump right back into our writing sprint for 50 minutes. So what I do is we share the screen here for everybody to see the timer. And this timer is available on YouTube from Million Reason. It's right there, Million Reason on YouTube. So on your own time, if you need to go and get you a cute little timer to use while you write, you can do that on your own time as well. Okay, are y'all ready? Let's go ahead and get started writing. Was that okay with y'all? Was that okay for y'all? Yeah, I'm feeling the Monday and I'm feeling the hour, like I'm feeling it. All right, to move my plate. I cleaned up in here earlier, so you can't tell by the way my desk looks because it's still a mess, but everything else is pretty clean. Before it's all said and done, we're gonna try to get that coffee made. But how was that? How was that last sprint? Y'all let me know where you're writing from and what are your writing goals. Um, Make sure you get up and move. Don't neglect that. Remember, I told y'all that's very important as well, that you move that trauma and all of that heaviness of what you're writing about, like move that out of your body. So that's why it's so important for us to have these movement breaks and make sure we're taking care of our body. Hold on one second. Let me take these boots off, y'all. This vibration plate doesn't quite feel the same with shoes on. In my opinion, it doesn't. I like it. I like it better without shoes on. Okay. I know it kind of gets pretty loud. But anyway, so what are y'all moving? I mean, what are you moving? That's a good question too. But what are you doing for your movement break? So, are y'all like kind of getting up and walking in place? Doing some type of chair exercise just to make sure you just keep moving. What are y'all doing? Let me know in the chat. And then, while we are um, doing our movement, let me just talk to y'all for a minute. I want to know like how the manual has been going for y'all too. Like if you, and I guess at what point did you end up joining these sessions? Because I know it kind of takes a minute for people to kind of catch on, plus for the algorithm to like, to pick up the pattern and all of that stuff. And then for y'all to kind of get the pattern so y'all can get y'all stuff in gear to be here at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time during the weekdays. So with that being said, we are in our 5th week, and I'm just wondering like at what week did y'all come in on? I'm wondering that. And then the teaching with the like doing these sessions and then citing the manual along with it, I think that's a really good strategy. I think I'm really liking that strategy so far, as I'm using these sessions also to kind of help build my curriculum for the Tell the Truth Daughter Writing Intensive, which will be opening soon for enrollment. And so I've been putting that together for y'all, for the daughters who are really serious about writing her memoir, because I mean, if you're not ready yet, if you're not really in the headspace, I that's what these sessions are for, is to convince you that your story matters and that you should write, but once you've made that decision, that's when I want to work with you on a deeper level, to actually get your book done. But not only that, but just kind of be here to kind of oversee things, because one of the things that I noticed when I was writing my book is that a lot of childhood trauma came back up for me. You know, there's a part of it that I felt like I was kind of reliving it, and at that time, and prior to that, even after that, um, I was seeing a counselor, both a psychiatrist and a psychologist, just to make sure that, I was thinking about my mental health at the same time, And although I am a nationally certified counselor, I'm not your counselor, but I could at least facilitate a space where you feel safe, that when you're here, you have someone with some type of education and expertise in that area to, just to kind of guide you along, and that's kind of how I look at it. It's like, just kind of being here to facilitate the space, the safe space that you're gonna need to write your story, to tell the truth. I needed it, and I did find some channels where I participated in these live writing sessions, just like I'm doing right now with y'all. Um, Instead of me being the host of it, I was a participant. So I've done these too. I've done what I'm asking y'all to do. You know, um, and so I participated in those, but I found that there was a few things lacking, in those groups. Um, First of all, they were for people who were writing, like, let's say, a novel, so they were geared towards people who were writing that genre. Well, what about the girls who are writing and telling the truth about her experience, her upbringing, trauma, abuse, manipulation, control, deceit, you know, um, assaults and all type of stuff. I mean, there's really no telling about, the experiences that the daughters here are going to write about. And one thing that I needed was that safe space to write about all the trauma that I experienced, and that was still kind of living in my body. And I didn't have that. So I just was like, I need to create this space because I needed this space and I didn't have this space. And I'm sure that as other daughters, um, start to tell their story, they're going to need a space too. They're going to need a safe space to be like, I know that while I'm here, Delores is here. She has um, education in this area. So, if something comes up for me and I need to get in the chat, you know, then she's here and she'll address whatever issues I have because that's exactly what I'll do. Okay. So, yeah, like I created the space that I need. And you may find yourself doing the same thing, when you get further along on your journey, you may find yourself doing the exact same thing that you see me doing right now. I mean, just think one day you might be hosting your own writing sessions and, just to have a shared space for daughters who experience what you experience, you just never know. So participate fully, in this process because what you put in it, it will be, what you get out of it. And then eventually, um, you know, you are the daughter who you will eventually find or who will eventually find you in eternity, you know. Um, so just keep that in mind as you are writing. Um, anyway, so I am very impressed that how we have really stuck to this. Like y'all, we have not missed one day. We said we were going to be here during the week, 6 a.m. And y'all, there's times I'm sitting here like waiting on 6 a.m. to come. So and I'm on time. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. I'm on time, y'all. Okay. Now I know I have some late days here and there, but like for the most part, like I've been early and on time more often than not, you know. And I'm proud of that, y'all. Like I'm for real. Like I give myself a pat on the back and a round of applause and all of the things. That's a really big deal. Part of meeting your writing goal is just showing up and doing, just doing what you need to do a little at a time, even just to move yourself forward. You'd be surprised at how much an outline can help you. And that might be all you can accomplish during this session is I just need to put together my outline, and you'd be surprised at how that moves you forward in your writing goal because then you've just written your vision, and you've written your roadmap. And you may not even stick to it. That's not the point. The point is like things are gonna change, right? Like it may evolve, it may expand. You might take some things away. Whatever the case may be, that doesn't matter. The point is that you're giving yourself a map, a blueprint, a plan to go forward, and that gives you a lot of clarity, which helps to move your writing goals forward. Before you know it, y'all gonna have a whole book. Like for real, y'all. I know one thing. I was like so surprised when I wrote my first book, and I was like, oh my god, like this is actually like a finished product, you know? Like it just is it's an amazing feeling um, to, to write a book and actually like have it in your hands to, like, oh wow, I've done this. And that's not saying you need to have it like an actual, like, an actual 6 by 9, but like if you, even if you had it like your manuscript and you had it just in a Word document, and you could hold that in your hand as a finished product, that's an amazing thing. And one day y'all are gonna get there, and it's gonna be sooner than you realize because you're doing the work to get there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back started. I hope y'all are motivated, child. Let's get back started. of week 5 is now complete. It's a wrap. It's in the books. We did it, y'all. We did it. Look, what was our word for the day? You've made it this far. You've made it this far. Y'all, in case you are wondering when the next writing lab is going to start, it'll be April the 12th. Sunday, April the 12th is when we'll start that writing session with the brief on that Sunday. And then we'll start that Monday. So probably tomorrow or at some point this week, I'll have a link for you all to register for the next writing lab. And then we can go ahead and schedule these out. And so you guys will know when we'll be doing these, and so you'll get in on the beginning. Because I know when you don't start at the beginning of something, it kind of feels like you're behind, even though you're not behind, but still, in case you want to start like at the beginning of these sessions, like I totally get it. I understand that, and it really does make sense. I'm kind of the same way. I always like to start something at the beginning of it, at the beginning of the week, at the beginning of the day. It's always like the beginning of the month. You know what I'm saying? I always want to start at the beginning of something, not, kind of jumping in there, in week 5 or week 4, whenever, So in case that is of interest to you, just be on the lookout for that. And again, y'all, in the chat, let me know where you're writing from. Let me know if these sessions are helping you. But most importantly, please like the video. Like the video on your way out. And if you feel up to it, go ahead and share it with another daughter who is telling the truth, who's writing her story, who said to you, I know she said it, okay? I need to write a book. I can write a book. I should write a book. I could totally write. Like, come on now. This is your sign and this is your time, okay? So if you have a friend who's ever said that, then make sure she knows that at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, we'll be right here in the writing lab together, so we can have this shared time, this shared space, and this camaraderie and holding each other accountable. We can have all of that right here with Delores, the pastor's daughter, in the writing lab. Tell the truth, daughter. We are doing the dang on thing. And day 1, week 5 is a wrap. All right, so I'll see y'all later. I love y'all. And remember, you are important to me. I need you to survive. Bye-bye.